Alright, daily challenge, what are you? What? Double money earned, 8 calcified ember in the starting deck, and 2 fewer cards a turn. So I need to play out as many calcified embers as I can in the first fight, taking as much damage as I need to do that. Because otherwise, like, I'm just going to draw 3 calcified embers a lot of turns. How about just 3 custom challenges? This one sucks. I kind of want to see if I can make anything of this. Yeah, I suspect I'll probably end up dying early. Okay. We are awoken first. So we could end up with a regen build. I need the draw from this. Alright. Well, it's time to probably die in the first fight here. Non-boss enemy units gain +4 damage. Well, no. Because they're all gonna hit my pyre, see? You didn't look at Seraph? You're right, I didn't. It's buffs and debuff purge. Buffs and debuffs purge. Salty, I lost! Salty, I lost though! Salty's gifted 10 tier 1 subs to the community, including Lowlapples258, Elfhire, Keelan C81, Beastmaster 1, Wolvenscorn, a big amount of tea, Juiced Jitweetwell, Melkor251, Upside Down Fairy, and IR Orc Pion. Work. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you to do. Each of you enjoy your modes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. But we can do better on the daily? That's a very optimistic thing. I will try and make you proud. Zug. What do you want me to do? Okay, so are you there? Grasp him. Why did I torch that? It was already gonna die, right? Ivan Etniage, they said. That's an enemy. Sincerely, thank you, Salty John. You were not obliged to do that at all as a result of the loss, but very kind of you two anyway. Get another calcified ember out of there. The heal would have given me 5 more damage, but like, I'm pretty sure you're going to the top floor and dealing 80 damage to me at this point. There's not that much I can do about that. Okay. Welder helper. Do I get a train steward out or play the calcified? It was a loss, but we as a community must look onward. Keep on going. That's the spirit job. I entirely agree. We need to look forward to our next loss and how we can lose that run. Next hand's pretty unlikely to have another train steward in it. Honestly, we're only going to take 40? Yeah, you're only going to have 40 HP as you get to the top floor, which means that we only take 2 hits to you. We burned 3 embers out of the deck there? 3 embers out of the deck, only 12 damage taken in the first fight. That's pretty good. Ryan, when do we get the stream game where you have to point out major landmarks and cities from Australian locations and see how far off you are? The GeoGuessr? I want to do a GeoGuessr thing. It's part of the pyramid, which I haven't done yet. Just yet, though. Wildwood Sap will get purged in the final fight. Spike Revenge armor deck. We don't have the ability to play out all those, I don't think. would enjoy GeoGuessr. As would I. I'd really like to do like a day where I just stream the pyramid. Oh, I could have done that today. Yeah, there's always tomorrow, and then the day after, and the day after that, and the day after that. And then I have a day off. The pyramid, it's a challenge that Alexa made. Hang on. Watch your shields. Maybe it's nothing here. Tomorrow is the day that never comes. Yeah, it's always in the future. What's the there's a Bo Burnham throwaway line in between songs where he talks about tomorrow. I can't remember it exactly though. The pyramid, yeah, the pyramid is so Alexa made a board game effectively that you have to roll to generate your run, and then it'll say things like, you know, draw 2 cards from the Isaac deck, and then one of them will be beat the game as Eden, and then the next one will be you know, go to the chest, skip 2 item rooms or something like that, right? So it'll give you like your goal and then a modifier, and then the best, like vaguely completing those goals will end up with giving you score for the pyramid, which is like the meta game that all these games are being played in. I think it then gives you the ability to interact with the shop and change other things you have to do, and you can choose the order in which you play them. And there's like a load of different roguelikes in there, like Bumbo, Isaac, obviously, STS modded, I think is also in there. GeoGuessr is one, which not really a roguelike, but still. Spelunky might be in there. Monolith is in there. Demon Crawl, I think, is in the expansion for it. If you play the Whale to Helpers before the Steward, you would get a bit more damage on the boss, but I don't think... yeah, I always end up playing them beforehand because I think of it as best practice in like normal situations, but like normal situations where I'm armor stacking, like doubling armor and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right, it would be better. I don't know. March of Shields, just go for like heavy armor on a minion. Wildwood Sap becomes worse if I do that though, but I guess that's, you know, this doesn't have to be great at all times. That's fine. I'd recommend Pyramid day after tomorrow. I have D&D. As in, you have D&D the day after tomorrow, or you have the D&D tomorrow. Okay, March of Shields with a double upgrade is nice, but I think I need a minion because, yeah, if I get a minion early, I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed to draw that minion in my opening hand with a sentient. Rhapsody, loving Griftlands, thank you. I have been loving playing it. Hey, Lies. It's, I'm extremely, extremely pleased that they decided to sponsor me for it. Because they just, those jokers paid me to play a game I was already gonna play. Hi, Dash. I have water. I'm just gonna knock your question out of the park there for you. Those fools. Ryan, is there a game you always want to do a stream, do a video series on, but you just never thought it would do so well? Hang on, I'm gonna try and give you a legitimate answer for that. I'm gonna mute for a second while I don't think so. The games that I don't do, I usually don't do because I think they'll be like more work than I want to do. Or like I'll be obliged to go like the whole way through the game. So like if I start like a game that has like a lot of depth, I can never really square like only doing like a couple episodes on a game. Like I always want to go as deep as I possibly can on a game. Stylistically, I kind of like consistently want, I know this is like bad for YouTube and bad for SEO and stuff like that, but I kind of always want a series that it might not be doing well in views. It might not, you know, it might not necessarily even break even for like the time invested, but it allows me to make sure that I'm not pigeonholed by playing a game that is a little bit outside of my standard genre. As well as, you know, it's you know, it's not like a one for me situation, because, you know, like they're all kind of ones for me. I'm taking the Haunt Warrior here, though. Yeah, exclusively because I didn't think it would do well. I don't think there's any series like that. I definitely have stopped series or not done series because not because I didn't think it would do well, but because I thought the comments would be abusive. I've definitely done that. Usually that's along the lines of like, this is a game that has like a lot of depth and the community is already well developed for it. So like there are best techniques, best strategies. Like this is all kind of like known terrain. And then unless I invest like, you know, 100 hours beforehand, like investigating and like trying to get better at the game in my own time before playing it, like it's a huge investment. And if I play it like without knowing those kinds of things, I'll frustrate people and that becomes cyclical. Salty job, Ryan rolls with low viewership. See Disco, Outer Worlds, and Apex Legends. I've never done Apex Legends. But yes, yeah, Disco and Outer Worlds are definitely examples of that. You mean Dark Souls? I mean, Dark Souls was like, at the time that I started doing Dark Souls 1 and 2, yeah, I think 3 started after I was doing Slay the Spire. At the time, like, I was just creating videos myself. Like, you know, the difference between, you know, 10 and 20 isn't that much. Suggestion, a multiplayer day once a week would be fun. Like, as in for a stream? I hate that I can only get quick for this Haunt Warrior as well, by the way. It's very frustrating. I think I gotta pass. Honestly, watching you know... Honestly, watching you know be... Watching you know... Is that now and it got not... Watching you not be the greatest at the game is kind of refreshing. You're so good at SCS, it makes me... Oh, right, it's not me. That's definitely... It definitely provides that value for some people. But, you know... There's, like, maybe a 5 to 10 episode gap that people like broadly very kind about it, and then after that though, that's why, like, I have a lot of series that will get like 15 to 20 episodes in, and then they'll have like one episode that's titled something like the new start, like the new beginning, because like I've used those 20 episodes to learn about the game, and obviously I've been learning from comments as well, but then usually I have like an episode that I have to lay down, hey, like, I know I'm not doing everything perfectly, but be kind. And like, I'm a human person that has to read the things you type. Like Iridus, Darkest Dungeon, those both did that recently. Again, like, none of this is aimed at y'all. Like, y'all hanging out here are lovely. It's just like the broader community that seems to, or a subsect, a very loud, vocal minority of a section of the community that only seems to really want to watch, like, being good at a game and not really have much lenience for other stuff. Happens. So yeah, I've definitely avoided series based on that behalf. Sorry, that was a long answer to a question. Sorry about that. It's time for video games again. I don't really need to use my spells on opponents constantly here, because that's a big boy. Like, I just need to have my Haunt Warrior out, will be fine. Wait, you're a human person too? I thought it was just me. Shh, don't tell anyone. Set up on the top floor? Setting up on the top floor gives me what? Gives me time to kill trusted priests and stuff like that. Is there any reason to set up on the top floor or bottom floor here? Bottom just gives me my draws faster. You can't. Yeah, let's set up on the bottom. Salty said, I hope to see you play more fun and intriguing games. I always got hyped for a new Disco Elysium episode, especially because it was a blind run and your views and personal reflection of the game were refreshing and neat. I'm really glad to hear that. I do think of those as kind of like the big pulls for that series. The kind of like, this is like an actual dictation of my philosophy, kind of. Was to me definitely like the strength there. Hopefully I get to train stewards for the next turn, otherwise we're gonna have a really bad time. Actually, never mind, we're still gonna have a really bad time anyway. Game's rough. What is the front enemy's passive ability? It's is it on Slay gain damage shield? No, it's in can't. In can't gain 1 damage. Wah. This is not good. This is a bad. We're not going to take an incredible amount of damage here. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Got another Ember out, and we get the kill. I think there's a certain truth that exists about decision-making in general in video games, where there will almost always be better plays. Each tier of better play can only be seen by a certain class of person, and then only a percentage of the time, which also means that as a content creator, you receive commentary on 100% of your plays, but every individual player might only notice 1 to 2 things wrong in a 1 hour video. There's definitely, like, you know, the kind of like one too many communication of one too many will always end up with kind of things like that. That is an angle of that I don't often keep in mind. I kind of like, I do oftentimes kind of like, I think this is kind of necessary as well, like as a scaling issue. I do oftentimes kind of just like take all of the negative responses and just push them together and be like, this is one big negative response, like one entity. That's something I should definitely keep in mind. That's a good point. Single... I mean, Thorns is fine early. Oof. This deck sucks. I don't like it. Have you ever considered devoting a day to a random game out of a hat? I wanted to do something like Jay Smith's old series. I think it was 2012 last time he was running this. A week of, and you just pick a game and play it for a week. But there are like structural issues for that. Like finding a new game every single week is a bit difficult. I kind of like the ability to do it more ad hoc. So I'm kind of like, I kind of do that for window shopping. That's kind of where I put games like that. And Snare for the draw. I mean, it roots an enemy and applies draw, but like it replaces itself. It doesn't draw. And sometimes you don't want to play it as well. Raise a sharp edge to give the sentient damage. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But yeah, like if you're talking about like pulling a game out of a hat for like an actual like full series, I still prefer like if I have an open slot, just looking at all the games on my list and going, okay, which is the highest? Edge. Inferno and try and aim to get it. Like I need something. I'm gonna take an Inferno and try and get the energy to play it and try and give it holdover or something like that. Horned Warrior upgrade as well as Pyre Health or Forge My Spells. Forge My Spells would be... Like, give this holdover or reduces cost or both. Reduce cost holdover on Razor Sharp, double stack on March of Shields, consume removal and invigorating solution would be really good too. Every time I hear you apologize in videos, like, guys, I know I'm not a robot. In many more words, I'm holds you face reps. It's okay, no sorry. But yeah, I'm not the target for those apologies. Yeah, I definitely worry about those kind of like grating on people who are like, yeah, I understand that. It's just, I occasionally feel the need to drop them in. I've mentioned this with Rito, and that's that after a while, when recording a video, you kind of have the ability to like read the comments already in your head while recording the video. And so if I start to be like, oh no, like you get a lot of like critique that is not necessarily well, like kindly worded on this one, then I just drop a couple of those in, because if you've listened to that and then you also still leave something kind of vaguely abusive, I feel a bit better about being able to ignore that at that point. You're suggesting a one-off sort of thing, maybe see games you don't usually see. Yeah, that's the window shopping series. Window shopping is a little slow at the moment in release, and that's largely because I'm just like streaming 4 hours a day and doing the Griffin sponsorship and stuff like that. Don't you dare quick me. Lord Stone. Make him Lord. Don't you behemoth me. I shouldn't have upgraded that yet. Don't you behemoth me. Okay, thank you. World of Horror window shop, great game for voices. I did request a code on that recently and I got approved. Just for, you know, possible, maybe. Purge a card, gain a card. These purge themselves from the deck on play. So I kind of want to purge something else, because then, like, after these two purge, I end up with another purge for free, basically. Maybe get a torch out of here, because we have the two vine grasps. Make him small. I could make him small, but, like, I want him to be the largest boy. All right, multi-strike, but I can't play it. Quick, but I don't want it. What do I even want here? I have a confession to make that I definitely posted what you and Rito both consider abusive comments in the past. To a certain extent, I learned how to offer welcome backseating from Leaflet Frag in more recent days. Yeah, it's definitely a skill. The thing that I focus on is like, especially like if I can see if it's worth engaging, like there's like a very constructive point in there. What I used to do more commonly in the Slay the Spire series, when I used to engage with comments more commonly, I just haven't been recently. I'm kind of like very occasional. Is that I would respond to the point, and I would oftentimes, like, especially because if it's usually like a quite good point being made. I would respond to the point, and then I would tag to the very end, hey, also, you didn't need to be rude while making this point. In fact, that's less likely to get the response that you want. And just try and gently make people aware that, like, using anger as a way to modify the importance of what you're saying, you're not shouting into a void kind of situation. So I definitely at the time was trying to train that into people as well. I am much more liberal with just like shadow blocking things nowadays. Kind of like a self-preservation kind of thing to do. I honestly don't know which of these is the one. Like, you can only write, you know, so many messages in a week of, like, responding to someone who is legitimately hating you, and it's like, before it's like, this isn't good for me to do. I actually don't know which rare I want to go for here. Adaptive mutation, perhaps? Really? On whom? Wildwood? No, I'm gonna go for Multi-Strike. Give me the Multi-Strike. Spike of the Hellhorn. Well, the range will get purged, but it's armor at least. Is there a list of cards by rarity anywhere? Not that I am aware of. I think that would be like, not logbook, but logbook? Would it be in the logbook? Yeah, I don't think that's in the public beta though. I've got to always be careful and clarify when I'm being sarcastic, since it always doesn't come up. It doesn't always come off as such. Yeah, I am very, very careful, and I think increasingly so over the past couple years of making it extremely clear when I'm sarcastic. In high school, like oftentimes people would tell me, "Hey, I don't know whether or not you're being sarcastic right now," and oftentimes that was like me making some absurd joke, and I don't know whether you're being sarcastic right now. I'm like, but it's absurd. But then, especially with Australian humor, which includes like a lot of sledging, you might be familiar. It's kind of like you sledge your mates, you know, you give them a bit of a rough time, you rib them a little, that kind of situation. As soon as I was like using that more commonly, I realized that I needed to provide enough nuance to make it very clear that I wasn't actually aggressive towards that person. I was trying to think if there was a regen rare from Awoken. I don't think there is emotional support. Someone named Sean, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to emotional support as well. Emotional support, enjoy emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. And Loki Chaos 214, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Enjoy your emotes as well, and also welcome to the Republic. That's why I have hashtag sarcasm when I'm sarcastic. I use :P. Yeah, just a classic little :P there. Sacrifice a train steward? Do I want to cycle back into him? Not really. I wish there were more things like Occam's Razor, Poe's Law, Peter Principle. I'm not familiar with Peter Principle. What's that one? I mean, Murphy's Law is an example of that. Murphy might even be around at the moment. Murphy's. Wait, is it Murphy's? I'm thinking of Murphy's Law. What's Murphy's Paradox? Are they different? Dang, just died. Sorry, here at Diuresis. I think I went in on the trials too hard. I feel like I'm going to be very, very conservative with my trial usage here. I had a teacher in high school that told me I'd get stabbed by someone if I kept being a smartass after I graduated. That's a pretty harsh way to approach that. I did have a relative, like a second degree relative, but I'm not comfortable saying like a thing about, but I had a second degree relative who was like, I can't wait until you get into high school, because this was me in primary school. I can't wait until you get into high school. Someone is going to punch you in the face. And then I was like, oh, okay. Bit of a thing to say at that point in time, but like ultimately point made. Throw that out of the deck. I don't want a welder helper in there either. Loki Chaos, thank you very much for the gift of a tier 1 sub to Lurking Like Larry. Lurking Like Larry, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. That's fine. I'm gonna get the Calcified Ember out here. But at least now you harness your powers for good, largely. I try. I think that's the best I can do is try. Get that Ember out of here. Hey. Rhapsody, Peter principle is the fact that people in companies keep getting promoted until they're incompetent, meaning that in every stable company, every executive is garbage. Right, yeah, you just keep getting promoted until the point that you are incompetent and then stop there. Alright. I did not know there was a name for that one. This will get me, yeah, an extra turn of attack. Alright, folks, wish I could stay longer, but I gotta finish my assignments. Catch you around, Magic Squirrel. Hey, Jonas Batson. How's it going, bud? Your stream the other day was real entertaining. Have to agree with Alexa. If anyone's unfamiliar with Jonas, I don't have an exclamation mark Jonas at the moment, but you can click on his name and then follow. He is also a boy in the wholesome verse. Good streamer boy. Oh, the hype train's back. Why did it turn up now? Silly, thank you very much for the gift of a tier 1 sub to Jonas. Jonas, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to Republic, bud. Wholesome cinematic universe. That's basically what the wholesome verse is kind of going on about. All right. Extra energy so I can play the Inferno, I think. Also, the Razor Sharp Edge and the March of Shields and the Spike of Hellhorn all benefit from it as well. And even the extra draw from the Invigorating Solution will do it. Channel Song? It doesn't get made golden in a daily, y'all. So I'm just gonna like, immediately say that one. Doesn't get made golden in a daily. It only draws, yeah, it draws garbage units. We don't actually want it. And then Edge Prior. Don't have much healing. It's none of these. Edge Prior is rare? Why? Someone named Sean, thank you very much for the gift of a tier 1 sub to Death Angel. Death Angel, enjoy your emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic, and thank you again, Sean. Just got here and found I'd been gifted a sub. Yeah. I saw that at the time, and I was like, I recognize Upside Down Fairy. Gotta take the money here. None of these are actually good. Channel Song gold, it doesn't become gold. Shattered Shell, don't have the space to really play that. I mean, I'm currently building around putting everything on the top floor. And sentient. Don't even have spikes. I gotta take the Shattered Shell here, actually, and try and also build a floor with it. Yeah, but Channel Song gold, I can't gold it at this point. Dailies don't gold. Dailies doesn't gold. There's no card here I want to dupe right now, so I'll go over this side. Motion of Steel and an artifact. Multi-strike. Stop it. Stop giving me all the worst things. These shops have hated me constantly. Edge Prior is probably rare because of the infinite damage combos with Explosive Sentient. But like Explosive Sentient also has like Engraft as a common. Like common, uncommon. Any decent imp, maybe? Welder Helper? If I want the Welder Helper to die and be endless, I have to play it in the front line, in which case it only defends itself. So it's just a chomp every turn. I mean, a chomp every turn in front of the Shattered Shell, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Emmy, thank you very much for the 100 bits. It's the first time using bits. First time receiving them from you. Much appreciated, Emmy. I mean, you have a lot of gold. I do have a lot of gold. Like, it's, I just wish I had something good to spend it on. We imp boys now? We imp boys now. All right. I will chump block constantly with the Endless Welder Helper here, I think. So my second floor is going to be Shattered Shell, Welder Helper in front, and then the top floor... Well, the top floor wants to be hit constantly, though. For the sake of the extra draw. Oh! 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 I've got it. It's Sentient, and then the Shattered Shell behind the Sentient on the bottom floor. Second floor is Welder Helper Endless, and then behind that, the Horned Warrior. The problem is the Welder Helper Endless won't die consistently there. Do I need to make an Endless? Or do I just remove more cards from my deck? I could remove way more cards from my deck right now. What's coming up later to spend money on? Let's check that. It's a good idea. Well, it's not money. Merchants. Removal's probably more valuable. I'm starting to agree, actually. Let's take a couple removals here. Let's cut another torch, definitely. Cut a restore. Maybe cut a second restore? With the imps every turn, I need to start cutting these train stewards actually as well. Enemy center with spikes 3. That'll kill me. It'll kill my sweeping unit. I just can't take that. The removal cost is capped at 250, so you should be able to keep removing at the rate you've been spending money. Yeah. Will I have anything to remove at that point? So what, I'm just accepting damage to the reflector at this point? I think I am. There is an X-Cost card in the deck, so I'll leave the Pyre Chomper in here, I think. Really? Shattered Shell turns up at the worst time. Okay. Shattered Shell there. I'll Fledgling Imp in the front line. I desperately want to double torch the collector here for 150. But if I do that, I double incant the reflector in the front line, so I give it, you know, what? Yeah, I give it the ability to deal 5 more damage to my Pyre. Do I care about 5 damage or 150 gold? I care about the 150 gold more, I think, actually. Hey Rito, thank you very much for the raid. How's it going, bud? Was that a Animal Crossing stream? Thank you very much for the exclamation mark, Rito, as well, advice column. So what if I heal here, you go down to 35, go up to the next floor. Like, I still can't kill you? But I want the Sentient to get health. Fine, I'm accepting 5 damage to you as well. Justice Tom, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription for 2 months in a row. Enjoy your emotes and continue to be welcome in the Republic, I guess. The I guess there is not I guess as in like a modifier for like whether or not you're welcome. It's I guess for like me figuring out how to say that. Let's go south. Welder Helper, Fledgling. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. Great. I'm gonna grasp you, it's fine. I just take 6 less damage. And then march him. Yeah, I need the health. This is where I died. I made the mistake of taking the trial. Yeah, the trial, like, specifically because of my sweep unit, I looked at the trial and I was like, yeah, I can't take that. But if I didn't have that sweep unit, I probably would have taken the trial, to be honest, and I probably would have died. I'm starting to wish that I'd set up on floor 2 and 3, so I had the bottom floor free for an Inferno constantly. That'll give me just a little bit more information for later turns, though. Play that. Molting in for the sack. Good. Hello, I am now here for real. Hello, Rito for real. It was an animal yeah, just crossing some animals and training some. Oh, you trained some monsters as well. How'd your monster training go? Train them good? And are you officially gonna start a series on Monster Train? I'm gonna put you on the spot here, Rito. Tell the people right now. That'll do. Invigorating solution on the bottom floor. Then Molten Imp and a Train Steward behind. We actually get to kill the Clip Reflector here. Beautiful. I want to on full release. I would have known if they would. Yeah, I would have had I known they would extend beta. Yeah, I know the feeling. I thought I was gonna have to find a different game to stream. Very thankful that's not the case. Welter him to the front line will take 2 hits for us here. That's good. Life is difficult. Deck is very thin though, so I should be able to draw back to the Inferno and use it at least once here. There's the Inferno. Unfortunately, the Inferno's in the wrong hand for me. Thank you for the Inferno, I guess, bud. Let's grasp you. Pyre Chomper. Do I need the Pyre Chomper? Yeah, I'm not even playing all of these this turn. I'll play the Molting Imp. March it to the front so it takes 2 hits. Raise the Sharp Edge on the backliner so that I deal more damage. Should I play out the Pyre Chomper this turn? No, Pyre Chomper should stay in the deck for the sake of possibly being drawn with the Inferno. No, it's not going to get drawn with the Inferno. I only draw 5 cards next turn, plus 1 card from the discard. Fine. Sack you there. What would you be streaming if the beta wasn't extended? That's a question I would have to ask myself at the time. I do want to stream the Pyramid at some point. I feel I feel overdue to have done so. I mean, I'll live through this, but it's not going to be fun. Play Chomper to thin the deck, either get your Inferno or you don't. I didn't, is how that one worked out. I'm going to take an Engraft. Yeah, Engraft is just good. It gives me a target always to hit with holdover and cost reduction if I have nothing else to hit. 50-50, yeah. Either get it or you don't. Branding Right? Branding Right and use Wildwood Sap to heal back up from it. Constantly on the Sentient. Branding Right draws us a card. Yeah. Yes. Alright. This is looking a little bit better with the Engraft. Maybe with Wildwood... No, Wildwood Sap will be bad for the final boss. This is also health. Artifact event dupe. I might get something from the event that I want to dupe. At the moment, this is a losing deck. I'm going to tell you that much, right? We don't have enough upgrades on our cards. We don't have a core consistent strategy. We don't have, like... We have nothing. Like, I think we need to go on this side effectively as like a Hail Mary throw. Try and find like a Ashes of the Fallen, maybe? All right. Enhance the pyre to deal extra damage or heal it. Maybe I take the heal. So the reason I would take the heal here, like we already took energy from Fell's Remorse, but also if I get that on the same turn as a Pyre Chomper, baby, that's some health. The golden thing doesn't matter as well. Like, neither of them is getting golden or... If units get to the top line, I need to kill them faster. This gives me more hits, though. And Imp can bring it back for more, potentially. Also true, Scholar could bring it back. I'm gonna take it. I don't like it. I think most of this run has been so far, I'm gonna take that, but I am gonna lose. Artifact next. Cards are consumed. Pyre gains an additional 15 damage. Well, that's good. That makes giving a bunch of health to my Pyre every fight like a strategy, kind of, I guess. Let's try it. I don't know. Where's this pyramid thing you was talking about? Ooh, where can it be found, actually? I think you can find it on the Tabletop Simulator Workshop. Just search pyramid. Time for an offensive combat build. Yeah, try and just get like a bunch of bone shines out. Maybe I dupe bone shine here? Alexa's Discord may have a link. Even if not, you can join Alexa's Discord. Thank you, Rito. The pyramid, behold, that is it there, linked. Do I dupe the bone shine? That might be way too much. I think it probably is way too much to dupe the bone shine. I mean, I have a sweeper. Units aren't getting to the top floor constantly. Do you draw the invigorating solution? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Patch. You're right. It's not exciting, but you're right. Start battle, enemy units appear on each floor. It's gonna be sycophants. If you remove consume from bone shine later on, you may never die. What is dead may never die. So I would have to be dead first. But yeah, I can remove consume from it, definitely. This is good for the Shattered Shell, at least. Hi Raps, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I saw you put up episode 7 of Griffins last night, and it's still sponsored even after you said you were doing for 6. So hyped for the rest of the series. I bought it on Sunday and spent 50 hours playing it this week. Good lord. That's a lot of hours. How? I don't know how to ask you about your experience with the game without spoiling it for myself. I've been told that Rook plays significantly differently. And it's extremely fun. What is your opinion on that, Upside Down Fairy? Also, yeah, I was actually sponsored for 10 episodes. I said the wrong number. But also, like, my run's coming together in Grifflands. I thought I was dead after I took that mission, and I couldn't let anyone surrender. No one waved the white flag, so I had to murder everyone, so everyone hated me. But I'm cleaning up for those mistakes, and it's going real well. The runs come together. Rito, I've started to get synergies. Mine is getting a whole lot worse. I wish I did some murdering. What about the not murdering has made it worse? I'm just murdering everyone that doesn't like me. Just die. You can't hate me if you're dead. I think I can take this. And then I get the benefits of having 5 people hating you is a lot. Yeah, I had that at one point. I think I might have, like, I gained 5 people hating me on the same day, and I think I already had 1 people hating me from the day before, and then Casio always hates you, but doesn't give you a debuff. Yes! Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. Sentient, Shattered Shell, Wildwood, baby. I don't want to throw the molting in because I want the Sycamore to get to the top line. How many Inferno this line here? Yeah. Should I grasp any? Because these get to the top floor. I mean, they attack before the Shattered Shell at least, so killing the Quill's Marksman is good. But it does give us 2 extra damage on the Shattered Shell if I don't kill it. Inferno bot line so you can set up second floor maybe. If I Infernoed, so set up second floor next turn you're talking about? Ooh, that is... You're right, that has an appeal. You can't hate me if you're dead. Famous last words of serial killer. Those would be your last words? It's pretty cool, and I look forward to watching you figure him out. Oof, I'm excited. Dang, Shattered Shell isn't going to scale fast enough, and I can't put another Horned Warrior. If I had an Ascend in this deck, life would be good. But I don't have an Ascend in this deck, so life is rough. What if I just Welder Helper, Vinegrass, kill my own Welder Helper, put down another Welder Helper? If you had an Ascend in that deck, things would be looking up. Very punny. I read that as like, oh, that's a legitimate thing. I can agree with it. And then just go, but you got me. Grasp him. Help him. And graft him. March him? Best believe I'm gonna march him as well. This overcharged tank is gonna deal some damage to my my pyre, but we got this Bone Shire in here. I hope it ends up working out well for us. We need a lot more draw in this deck somewhere. At the very least, the extra, like, having an imp every turn is nice. And the boon of the blacksmith is very helpful. Hang on. I want to set up on this floor. The Clip Defender gets swept by the Shattered Shell, so that's already good enough. It might not even be play Horned Warrior this floor, because like the Horned Warrior doesn't hit the overcharged tank unless I move it forward with Vine Grasp, and that's like a lot of resource expenditure for not really much in a return. Like I deal 30 damage to it and still don't kill it with the Shattered Shell next floor. In fact, like it still gets a lot of armor anyway because the Clip Defender and the Quill Marksman both dying. I think I'm gonna kill you. Fledgling Imp sack. Give you some more armor. Okay. Invigorating. Should I bother with Vine Grasping anyone? Hey, you know what? I mean, look, I have the extra energy at this point anyway. Don't hit the backliner, please. Ask for one thing. So watching these streams has hardwired my brain to hardwired my mind to my Pokemon team and a deck that each Pokemon is a card. I feel like I'm betraying my name. Yo, but what about a deck builder roguelike that's Pokemon though? What about that though? I'm into it. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea almost exclusively because the deck builder roguelike part rather than the Pokemon part, but I'd be into it. Temtem cards. I mean, yeah, there are the Tem cards. Yo, Raps. Yo, Texan Tough, how's it going? Isn't that every Pokemon TCG? Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot that there was a TCG for that game. I collected those cards, but I never played any of them correctly. Let's go. Rage, Torch. What are you? 15? Yeah, 15, so I'll put this behind them. That's fine. The correct way to play them was boring though. Yeah, I think I tried it for like one match and then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna look at these cards. That's their value to me. I can't imagine like how parents across the world felt when their kids would consistently ask them for cards that the parents knew they were never gonna play with. They would just look at them and go, it's a good card. I like that Charizard. Pyagro. What can I draw with Pyagro? Inferno, Branding Right, Engraft, Razor Sharp, March of Shields. There are a lot of good hits with that. This is draw though. Draw is our problem, not energy. Draw is our problem. Let's take this. Another Branding Right. Still pretty good. This is 2 more imps though. And I like 2 more imps. I like imps. I'm gonna take him. I really like a deck that has like Imp in a box and like a bunch of Imp Scholars, because like you'll play Imp in a box, Imp Scholar, 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 just fill floors with them, and then they do no damage and you die. So I like those decks, but can't run them. Horned Warrior and Shattered Shell, so what? Endless is bad? Quick is good with the Shattered Shell. The real question is, I'm wondering, those parents buying cards that the kids destroyed, then finding out they're worth like hundreds of dollars now. I should go back and collect my collection, because I like the first generation of Pokemon cards are the ones I collected, and I was missing Metapod, Marchamp. No, I wasn't missing Marchamp. Metapod. And Charizard, I think, actually were the 2 that, like, and Mewtwo. But like out of non-legendaries that I was missing. Got a couple shinies in there as well. It's probably worth something. Which one was the stolen card? That's the Metapod. The Metapod is the one that I stole. I was young. I was 7 or 8 or something like that. I went to a friend's house and I saw it sitting face up and I was like, I haven't got a Metapod. And I just put it in my top pocket. It was just like peeking out of my top pocket in like flannel pajamas. And then the Marchamp is the card I was gonna give him to like apologize for stealing his card after his mother called after I went home. And then I don't think I ever like spoke to that kid ever again. I don't know what happened. That might have been one of those situations of like our families were friends and then they weren't friends and no one bothered to tell me. Because I was too young at the time to understand. I mean, Holdover is so good. Holdover on Inferno is like deck made. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Hold over. Hold over me. No, don't permafrost me. Hold over me. Well, I'll still permafrost the, ooh, permafrost Boneshine? Or Inferno? Inferno so I can keep it for the right time to play it. Boneshine so I can keep it until I have like a big healer in hand. It's not Boneshine, it's Inferno, right? Because I can't just constantly just assume that minions are going to go to the top floor and wait until I have a Pyre Chomper to play with this. Can I? Can I? Let's look at the event first. Cost reduction on Grant. Yes. Okay. Yeah. 100% in greed. We'll do that. We could make this the biggest boy, or we could make it one size less and then put it on the top floor with the Shattered Shell and the Sentient. The only problem there is that now I can't put imps on the same floor as the Sentient and the Shattered Shell and the Horned Warrior. I don't have space for that. Big boy. The problem is if we make it the biggest boy, it'll be 4 pip size, and then I can only play 1 imp in front of it, right? Make a small boy, big boy. But the big boy doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't have multi-strike, it has nothing. It needs, like, it's not a good enough minion for 4 pip size, it just plus 15 here. Fill the first 2 floors with imps, maybe, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Small boy. Tiny boy. Big boys are lovely, but small boys are cute. Now we have a cute small boy. Ooh, that sounded bad. I don't like that. SMOL, not small. As soon as I said that, I was like, yeah, no, what actually doesn't flow right. Raps is about to sing Lizzo here. It's, I'm gonna save you all of me singing Lizzo. Get out of here, train conductor. The FBI, open up. No! But I'm outside your jurisdiction! Guess I ought to have known. Get world policed. I'll save one here, I think. Oh, hey, I have the train conductor badge? Woo! Oh, that's what that's supposed to... Oh, current hype... Oh, okay. Now I understand what that badge is. What about the Power Stone on that Engraft? Give it extra health heals? I guess. I mostly use armor, though. And regen. Is there an Australian FBI? Yes, Azio. Ooh, I'm gonna leave that Transcend Imp in the deck for certs. I have to set up the Sentient and the other one on the bottom floor here so that I can actually start sweeping these Absolvers. So you go there, Horned Warrior, you go there. No! Oh, no! No! That's not where the Horned Warrior goes, Ryan. It's small now. Don't tell anyone I did this. No, the AFP is FBI? Oh! Is Azio CIA then? What's its analogous thing? Oh, cool. So we'll save this Transcendent in here for later when we actually have some summon buffs. We're gonna have to set the Sentient up on the bottom floor because we need to put the sweeper behind it so we can actually take out the Absolvers before they give us that many Scourges. So I'm gonna put you here and then put you... No! Ah! I had to. Chew, and I cannot stress this enough. Chew again goes the hype train with 500 bits. Much appreciated, Starlight Silverwing. Thank you. Okay, cool. I can leave the Transcend Imp in the deck so that I have more summon effects for it later. Definitely have to set up the Sentient on the bottom floor because I need the Shattered Shell behind it, taking out the Absolvers before I get a bunch of Scourges. And I should probably put the Horned Warrior down here as well, actually. Come to think of it. Yeah, let's do that. Loop broken. Okay. Shattered Shell, Razor Sharp Edge, so you actually start killing, and then I can purge out one self-mutilation. Molten Imp gets, ooh, one of them dead. Beautiful. There used to be a distinction, as far as I know, that the FBI was domestic security, so ASIO would be part of that function while CIA was... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because, like, FBI... ASIO's... Like, FBI was domestic. Which was why I was saying previously that I didn't think that jurisdiction applied here. Yeah. So I'm just setting up, like, imps on the top floor, I guess. Grasp you, Welder Helper, barely there. I really want to Inferno the second floor right now. Gets rid of the Adblack Guardian, kills Fel. I'm accepting more damage on the top floor. Well, I mean, no, Eclipse Guardian only does one hit. I'm not going to be able to... Yeah, I'm doing it. That was almost bad. Alright, throw a Molten Imp up here as well. 16, so it's 18. It need to be 18 twice, so I need to Vine Grasp next turn as well. That's probably not that great. I'm gonna kill this. The FBI is more a federal law enforcement agency, so much more of a policing role, which would be the AFK. Cool. Much appreciated. I don't really know that much about Australia, despite it being where I live. I should know more, but I do not. I'm gonna set up the next floor a little bit as well, actually. Get shine. A little late, but the Australian FBI is FBI upside down. I'll accept it. I'll accept the upside down joke just this one time because it's a good one. Fledgling's great here. Actually gonna Vine Grasp you forward. We'll actually be able to kill you here. Solution. Ooh, never mind. We're gonna just... Got him. Good floor. Is this the imp deck? It's not supposed to be, but it kind of... like, inertially is gonna become one. Australia is the world's 6th largest country by area. Yeah, we big. Very large. Extreme heft. Sorry. It's tickled me. I'll be fine there. I think if I would have gotten Nimsicle, I think my run would have survived. Did you end up with the ability to do to capitalize on it? Am I gonna end up with the ability to capitalize on it? So what, 24 sets of 24. You've got 24, 48, 72, and then 96. So I have to get to 96 before I'm actually blocking an extra hit here with the Sentient, so that's not good. March of Shields on anyone else is going to displace them in a way that I don't really want to do. I probably set up on this floor, actually. Focusing. Transcend Imp is there. So now we have a good rage line here. Lives long enough. I mean, honestly, like an Inferno draw wins now. Block you because it doesn't make any difference on the bottom there. Yep, there's our Inferno. Got it. Goodbye. Next turn. Alright. Get him, Imp! Oh! Tiny little Imp boy killed a whole angel. Capacity is actually really good here for having still a position to throw an Imp on the bottom floor with the rest of the Imps. It's capacity. I know I want draw so badly here, but I think it's capacity. Does Fel qualify as extreme heft? Fel does have some heft. There's a decent amount of heft there. Maybe not extreme, but say, the penultimately hefty angel. Is heft the new thick? I hope it I hope it is. Quick's good, right? Quick's really good on our sweeper. Quick's good on like sweepers, slayers, and multi-strikers, but that's about it. Is there anything in this deck I really want to do? Second Inferno. Have them more commonly. Double end. Oh, double engraft's good too. This is so many this is so many artifacts. Gimme, 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 gimme. Ashes the Fallen. Now. There we go. Good. Got it. Railhammer as well. Hammer chest plates. Yeah, I'll take both of those too. Told you, chat. Pyre gains plus 40 health, or X-Cost gets 3 additional. So the 3 additional is like 6 extra health every time I play Boneshine. Save gold for score. Nah, I don't really care about my score in this game yet. But it's also 3 extra on Spike of the Hellhaunt. Swap the health, then apply quick. Swap the health, then apply quick. Swap the health, then apply quick. I don't... Do you... I don't... like, number one, I don't have rage for it, but, like, are you talking if I had an adaptive mutation? Because I don't. Hell pack, baby. 1 hell pack, baby. Thank you. Engraf to consume. I kind of want to get those vine grasps out of here, to be not like honest with you. It's probably a torch and a restore though. Does anything happen if you give it quick to a unit that already has quick? No, they don't gain multi-strike or anything like that. Yeah, it's restore and a torch here, I think. I might even actually use the shop to remove another card for the deck. Get another torch out of here. Maybe I should have saved my money there, because there's another 2 removal down here in the Merchant of Trinkets. Feeling like I probably should have saved my money there, that's wrong. Your name is Ryan and you stream video games? My name is Ryan and I stream video games. How's it going, K-Cat? Non-boss enemies gain 8 additional damage. This is fine. Do they have the sweeper? They don't have the sweeper, right? If they have the sweeper, it's not fine. But neither of those on screen is a sweeper, but the sweeper might be in there. There are Gilded Wings in this fight, 140s? Yeah, nah, I'm fine, thanks then. With Quick Sweeper, it's fine, I guess. Not with 140s and not with the enemy sweepers on the field. But if you Inferno them, it's still okay. So what I set up on floor 2? I set up on floor 3. I can put everything on the same floor, so I set up on floor 3. But I only have 1 Inferno per cycle, and I draw two fewer cards every single turn. I'm not going to have the ability to do that with all of them. Yeah, they're going to get to the top, and they'll hit my Pyre enough time. No, I can't take that. But what if giving a unit quick enough times just turn them into the Flash, but a demon? How would that manifest in the game? I'm on board? You've sold me already. How does it manifest in the game, though? Did I play the Welter Helper? I don't want to draw back into it later. Can move Propine floors for free? That would be kind of interesting. It'd need like another axis of interaction here because you'd need to be able to descend them and stuff like that. They hit as they enter the floor. I do like the idea of like a minion that has like... Well, I mean, that's just kind of a summon effect. Deal this minion's damage to frontline enemy unit or something like that. Hits first and after they attack. Yeah, that like a double strike thing. I'd like that. I'll be into it. Fledgling him sack there. No, these penitents. Stop. So the reason to set up on the bottom floor is to not have all these penances. But still. You kind of have to just deal with that. I Bone Shine right now. Yeah. I might not get back to it with like a good time to use it at all. You're going to the top of 75. I have 45s. So what, you deal... No, I have 55s. Neat, so you only deal 14 there. They eat draws too. Yeah, these are a problem. not loving it. It's pretty bad. Okay, I'm gonna Pyre Chomp. Move you to the front. I'm gonna Razor Sharp Edge. Oh no, I can Razor Sharp Edge my own backliner because they have more health now. And I'm gonna kill the Purifier. Ooh, okay, never mind. We actually have a good unit now. Purge that. Molting him, and I'm gonna kill my own Molting him with the Vine Grass there. No, it has health! No! You just mentioned that, Ryan! One of these days, I'm gonna go down to the brain market and get myself a good one. Definitely a fledgling baby. We have a Transcendent left in the deck, right? So I need to leave some space on this floor. Yes, we do, and I need to. I'll leave Pyre Chomper as well. Just go big spiky hell horny. Didn't sound right at all. And multi sack. Sure. There's the Transcendent and die to my imps. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Can't get past that armor. Don't need him. Most of our damage comes from rage at the moment. This is gonna be bad in the final fight. Just saying. Maybe a problem. Important work. Every single turn I can play that. Sure. If nothing else, it allows me to put imps in lines where I usually wouldn't put them, because then I can immediately sack them. It's definitely this way, right? Conserve energy between turns is huge. I'll probably also take the other ones there. Friendlies enter with Rage 3. I mean, it'll get purged, but it just means they end. Like, the imps enter as 7/4s right now with the Scorching Restraints. It's real good. Remove 2 cards from the deck. Probably just, you know, Torch Restore. Restore, definitely. Vine Grasp, actually, as well. 5 damage to enemy units when they enter the train. Do I need to swap the front and enemy, like, front and back line of the enemy units? No, not really, I don't think. I can remove another card from the deck, though. Get the other Vine Grasp out of there. With the Inferno and the Shattered Shell, I really don't like having the Vine Grasp in this deck at this point. I'm gonna remove it. I have a lot of energy now, especially with the ability to keep it. No more use of money after this. Yeah, it's the final fight. It's the final fight now. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. $153 health. What a good round number. All right, Seraph. Let's see what we can get done. Transcend him on the first turn. I think I'd lose the Gilded Wing, though. Right? So I need, like, Inferno and... set up on top floor and hope. But if I set up on top floor, if I draw the Inferno at that point, I lose. The only turn I know I don't have the Inferno is this turn, and this allows me to get 2 extra draw with the Gilded Wing. Save energy for Pyre health. Ooh, you're right. Oh, you're 100% right, Alter Ego. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Good. Sorry. I hit the microphone. A big brain. You've got a big brain. It's working out quite well. I need the Invigorating Solution looking for the Inferno. We didn't find it. Engraft. There's the Inferno. Get dunked. Shattered Shell now goes here, but I'm going to make it quick anyway, so why don't I put it behind? Because I don't have quick yet. Likely to have quick soon. If I Shattered Shell, I also want to drop the Razor Sharp Edge on it, which means I don't use the Impeter Box. The deck is thin enough and I draw cards often enough here that I should be able to have one... Like, I can deal with one Gilded Wing at a time, not two. But I want to play the Impeter Box sooner rather than later for the sake of my Transcend Imp. Are we still mass gifting subs? Thank you very much for the 200 bits, G2Lee. We've settled into a stream instead of more just sitting and thanking donors. As much as I appreciate it, I do want to make sure that I also provide the content that people are actually subscribing for as well. I felt very self-conscious earlier on. Like, it's a good self-conscious, the best way to feel self-conscious, but... Shadow Shell, Razor Sharp. That was apparently the wrong answer. G. Julie has gifted 5 tier 1 subs to Radaman12, Subspace Travel, Brador Dark Sprint, Love Shauna Vane, and Nexus Caster. Each of you enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Thank you, G. Julie. Yeah, I think this is right. I think the ordering ultimately won't matter at the end. The question here now is, do I play out Welder Helpers so I don't draw into them later? I think the answer is yes. Save a spot for Transcendent, I guess? I still have one, yeah. There's our Quick. And Quicken. I mean, do I kind of want armor on you? I don't need armor on you because you have the regen right now. But I could let you regen back up to full. Just play you down. Sack that one. Draw 3. Definitely use branding right here. And go off the heal. There's our Transcend Imp. What does the Transcend Imp have so far? 1 Welder Helper. It's got 3 copies of Welder Helper in at the moment. That's not good. We have the ability to do stuff later. Draw again. Try and get the Inferno in hand. Didn't manage to. Into the box though. It's Molting Sack on this bottom floor, I think. Sack it and then play the Fledgling? I think so. One sec. I played Fledgling, sack it in the front line. Okay, we're starting to get to a decent amount of damage dealt. Launch of Shields, you will save the energy. I think we save the energy now. Daily or challenge? This is the daily. I think we've got it. Synonym, thank you very much for the 2 gifted tier 1 subs to the community. The Silver Starlight Wing and Thornbad. Enjoy your emotes in chat, each of you, and welcome to the Republic. Thank you, Silly. Think I'm done. I could Inferno. No, I'm not going to Inferno the top floor. We're still waiting to see whether or not I need that on the Gilded Wing. Really depends on our draw next turn. Do I have any dead Pyre Chompers yet? No, I need some dead Pyre Chompers. Hello, Pyre Chomper. I'm afraid I need to kill you. I said that I would, so I have to. Do I want to get 40 HP? Woo, that was about to be bad. 40 HP? Or do I need it? Maybe I just Inferno. This is also 48 rage on someone. That's a lot of rage. I put that on that floor, the welder imp just kills it. You could full cure your pyre? I don't think I need to. Second Transcend Imp. Okie dokie. What are we gonna do with this? It is definitely Transcend Imp, sack Transcend Imp on the bottom floor here, but how am I gonna get it done? Just naturally then. Why did I play it in the front line? I'm gonna sack it, Ryan! Ryan! What are those plays? I mean, what are those plays? That. I'm gonna March of Shields you to the front line so you go die. Heal the pyre. We're actually gonna win the daily. This was an uphill battle both ways, but I'm extremely, extremely glad that it ended up working. I don't mind how you say HB, just a regional difference. Why censor yourself? Well, because I said H rather than H. There's no H at the start of that sound. Not even in the way that I say it. It's not me censoring myself. It's just me realizing that I said it wrong for the way that I say it, at least. I have an infinite right now. As long as I have imps, I have an infinite. It's an infinite. More armor. I can't kill that. It's so big. I could actually let the welder helper take care of the Seraph the Purifier if I just like let this floor go. But I get more points if I kill Seraph the Purifier right now, and like, cause I can care about points at this point, I'll try and care a little about points at this point. There we go. Yes, that's all my cards in hand. No more draw for me. I'm gonna take the headphones off while all these sounds play. That's a lot of sounds. If you listen to all of them. This is as fast as it goes as well, I think. Yeah, game speed ultra. Turned into a mega imp build. Yeah, I'm very glad that I realized at this point we have nothing, and then realized that I needed to transition. I'm also very glad that I ended up going to the Merchant of Magic that had this. You had an infinite that turn with Branding and Engraft. Yeah. Right? Well, I mean, you know, infinite. It's you know, my previous infinite was limited by how many imps I had, and that turn it would have been limited, like, not only by health, but I think before that by energy, because, you know, one energy back from Engrafts, and then 2 energy expended in piercing. Okay. What's the extra score from? Is it a Covenant bonus? The Covenant rank 1 one? You mean the boss rush? That's because I killed it before it ascended to the top floor. Cool. I was missing 1 HP for the perfect run. Unfortunately, Bone Shine only gives it in increments of 2, so I couldn't do it. Dang. Alright, let's run summary. 39,655. Decent. Let's have a look at how it goes. Oh, never mind, second. Hell yeah.